Bonjour, mini lesson 6, c'est leçon numéro 6, c'est le français. Bonjour, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, on va réviser ou apprendre le verbe aller. We're going to learn, revise, réviser ou apprendre the verb to go. This verb is extremely important, has so many different uses. First of all, you can use it just to say how you are. The French say, how do you go? How are you going? Or is it going? Rather than we say, how are you? And the reply is not I am well in French, but I'm going well, or I go well, or I go badly, or I go very, whatever you want to say. So you need the verb to go for talking about how you're feeling. You need the verb to go saying, obviously, where you're going, to the cinema, to the theatre, to France, to London, very important, to the hotel, to the restaurant, etc. And you also need to go to express the future with showing you intend to do something. We use this a lot in English. Of course, you can use the proper future, which is I will go to town, or I'm going to go to town, or I'm going to watch TV. And if you look at the English structure, we'll look at this again in a minute, it's very similar to the French structure. So if you haven't done French before, don't panic, you will pick this up. And hopefully you'll have revised all the phrases on Quizlet. If you haven't, pause now, go back to Quizlet and really try and master the phrases, because otherwise this is not so useful. It's just going over it. So let's have a look. The first one, I go, or I am going. We have two present tenses in English. I go, I am going. But in French, there's just one. So you translate both the same way. So, comment dit-on? How do you say? Comment dit-on? I go, I am going en français. Oui, je vais. I go, I am going. So, je vais bien, I'm going well. Je vais au cinéma, I'm going to the cinema. Je vais lire, to read. I'm going to read. Exactly the same as the English structure. We say I'm going to do something, and the French say je vais, and then they use what we call the infinitive, to do, to read, to have, to see, and you just use the other verb with it. Quite straightforward, really. You might be saying, no, it's not. But anyway, practice makes perfect, and you just have to keep going. So you, do you remember we said you is always vous, unless it's one friend, and then it is another word which we'll look at now. So quand dit-on you go when it's one friend? Un ami, une amie, un copain, une copine, a friend, a mate. So comment dit-on you go? You are going. Okay. Tu vas. Par exemple, tu vas bien? Une question. Are you going well? Tu vas bien? C'est un ami, une amie, if it's a friend. He goes, he is going. Or it, if it's a masculine word, if it's a le livre, par exemple. Although it'd be very funny for a book to be going somewhere. But anyway, he goes, he is going. Il va, très bien. She goes, she is going. Today she's going to town. Aujourd'hui, elle va en ville. Elle va au magasin, to the shops, magasin, or to the shops. Ensuite, next, one goes. On va, très bien. Very useful phrase, because the French are always saying on y va. Let's go. On y va. Shall we go? On y va? Question? Just put the question in your voice. And it's just a little Y in between the on and the va. So on y va. Shall we go? Let's go. Very useful. And things like on va apprendre le verbe aller. We are going to learn the verb aller. On va. Then the real we are going to. Oui, nous allons. I kind of say to people, look at the N-O-U-S for the new, and the ending is nearly always O-N-S. So it's kind of very similar to nous. If you drop the U, shuffle the letters around. Nous allons. Très bien. You are going, or you go, for every other you apart from one friend. So polite, or more than one friend, a group of people. You go, you are going. Vous allez. Très bien. And they go, they are going. And when it's all guys, ils vont. Très bien. And even if it's 300,000 women and you put one man, it becomes il. But if it's pure, no males at all, not one in sight, it's they, then becomes elles vont. Très bien. Okay, so if you've revised the verb to go and you feel happy, and you've revised all the other phrases I put there, like to the cinema, to go shopping, all those things that will help you, you can now we'll look at the sentences and then we'll correct them. But if you haven't revised the Quizlet, do that now. We'll look at the sentences. If you haven't had a chance to do the sentences, you can pause here as well. And you can just practice saying them out, or you can write them down. And then when we correct them, if you find you've got any wrong, you can go back, practice again if you want to, and try them again until you get them perfect. Okay, so on va corriger. We are going to correct. On va corriger les phrases. Alors, on y va. Vous êtes prêts? You are ready? On y va. Let's start. On va commencer. We're going to start. That's real. Commencer, to start. So, numéro 1. How are you? Comment vas-tu? Je vais bien, merci. Merci is just hidden there by my picture at the moment. I'm not sure it'll appear like that on your screens. Of course, if you want to say how are you to more than one person or being polite, you can say comment allez-vous or comment ça va. People use that a lot, or just even ça va, if that's easier for you. Très bien. Numéro 2. Je ne vais pas bien. Of course, you could say je vais mal. I go badly. But I would recommend trying to learn, put it on a post-it, whatever, this negative form. It's quite difficult in French. You make a sandwich. The ne and the pas go around the vais. So je vais, I'm going. Je ne vais pas. So just keep practicing. Je vais, je ne vais pas. Je vais, je ne vais pas. Get a rhythm. Je vais, je ne vais pas. Je vais, je ne vais pas. Je ne vais pas bien. Très bien. Of course, for numéro 1, you could equally say, également, tu peux également dire, ou on peut également dire, you can equally say, je vais très bien, or je vais assez bien, quite well. Numéro 3, he is going, and like the English, we say he's going to do something. And French, quite a lot of the time, they don't say to go, like to go cycling like we do, or to go shopping. They use the verb faire, to do some shopping, to do some cycling, to do some skiing. So you can kind of see how it goes together. Il va, then you need your infinitive. Il va faire du shopping. Whatever you want to say, he is going to do, or I'm going to do. If you want to, you can look the words up in the dictionary. And you just use that word as it is. So you use the il va. You have to know which part of the aller, je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va. But the other bit is just exactly what you find in the dictionary. So for example, to read, you'd look it up and it would say lire. So then you could say, je vais lire. I am going to read. You can use any verb at all that you find. It gives you the tools to put sentences together by learning the way that we are learning. So, il va faire du shopping. So if I didn't know what to buy was, I could look it up and I could find acheter. And then I could say, he is going to buy. Il va acheter. And then you could look up the word for presents. cadeau, des cadeaux, or whatever you wanted to say. So it gives you the ability to construct an accurate sentence and communicate properly. Numéro 4. We are going to the cinema. Nous allons au cinéma. Okay. Equally, you could say on va au cinéma. Masculine words to the, we always say oh. If you want to know why, I can tell you, but you don't have to worry too much about this. But to is with the accent, the grave accent, probably the wrong way around because it's probably mirrored the other way around. So and then le cinéma. But the French find it too hard to say le. So they change it to o. So whenever you have a masculine word like restaurant, cinéma, théâtre, you say oh, le lit, bed, au lit. So that's why it's oh. Nous allons au cinéma. 5. Tu vas au lit. Talking to someone you know or a child. Tu vas au lit. You're going to bed. Tu vas au lit. You might know another verb to go to bed. Se coucher. Tu vas te coucher. Ou tu te couches. Oui, tu te couches maintenant. Now, il est 8 heures. Tu te couches maintenant. Oui, c'est l'heure. It's time. Tu vas au lit. Obviously, being polite, you say vous allez, or more than one person, or more than one child. All of them. Vous allez au lit maintenant. Oui. Ça suffit. That's enough. And numéro 6. You're going to. Vous allez. To watch, to look at, is regarder. Vous allez regarder la télévision ou la télé. Like we abbreviate it to TV, they say la télé. So you're going to, then the infinitive. Quite often the infinitive ends in ER. Sometimes it's RE, sometimes it's IR. But vous allez regarder la télévision. Écouter, to listen. Vous allez écouter la radio. You're going to listen to the radio. Vous allez écouter un CD, a CD. So you can use anything you want to. Numéro 7. Ils vont au restaurant. They are going to the. So again, it's le restaurant. So au, le, au. Numéro 8. Vous allez en ville. You are going to town. More than one person or friends or polite. So I could say, vous allez en ville, vous allez faire du shopping, vous allez acheter des cadeaux pour Noël, for Christmas, you're going to buy some presents. All these things that you can say with the simple tools now that are at your disposal. So hopefully you did very well in those. If you didn't and you want to have another go, fine, just practice, keep going. Merci pour votre attention. Thank you for your attention. Au revoir. Et à la semaine prochaine. Bonne semaine. Have a good week. Bonne soirée. Bon weekend. Have a good weekend. Please let me have feedback. Let me know if you're enjoying this, if you're not, if you're finding it useful, anything else you need, you want. Feedback would be great. I would really appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you again for listening. And have a good weekend. Bon weekend. Au revoir.